everyone, welcome back to GK Today. I am Sana and in this video we'll cover the current affairs. Before we move ahead, let me inform you that these questions are part of our daily 20 MCQ series 2022 in the GK Today's Android application. So if you are looking for the text version of these questions and their explanations along with the interactive quiz, you may consider joining our daily 20 MCQ series in the GK Today Android application. In this course in app, you get daily 20 MCQs, a fortnightly quiz, a monthly revision document, and also category-wise revision e-books that are optimized for reading on mobile. You are also able to access all archives of questions from January 2020 onwards. And let me tell you one more thing. If you want the Hindi version of this session, you can refer to our former channel named as GK Today. The link has been given in the description box from where you can reach to. So without taking much of your time, let's get started. Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 24th and 25th of April 2022. Let's start. Which company delivered the Scorpion class submarine INS Wakshi to the Indian Navy? So Defense Secretary Mr. Ajay Kumar has launched INS Wakshi, which is the 6th Scorpion class submarine under the Project 75. So it has been named after the sand fish, which is a predator of the Indian Ocean. So the Mazagon Dockyard has already developed 4 Scorpion class submarine under this project to the Indian Navy, which are these. First is INS Kalvari, then second is INS Khanderi. After that, third is INS Karanch, and the fourth one is INS Vela. Okay, and the fifth submarine called Wazir is under the trial at sea, and it is said to be commissioned before the end of 2022. Okay, so correct answer is Mazagon Dock. Now let's see some of the important submarines. The newly commissioned 64-foot Vishwaroop Mahavishnu statue is proposed to be installed at Kothandaram's Vemi temple in which city? The city is Bangalore. Then what is the name of the second P-8I aircraft squadron that has been commissioned into the Navy? So recently in the month of February, the second P-8I aircraft squadron has been commissioned to the Indian Navy, and the name of this squadron is Condors. And the ceremony to commission it was held at INS Hans in the state of Goa. Which Indian company has commissioned India's largest solar power project at Rajasthan? This is Azure Power. Which is the 4th stealth Scorpion class submarine that was commissioned to the Indian Navy recently under Project 75? Just we have talked about it. The 4th Scorpion class submarine was Vela. INS Visakhapatnam, which has been commissioned recently, is a dash. It is a kind of missile destroyer. Also to remember that recently INS Khukri has been decommissioned after 32 years of its service at Visakhapatnam. The new indigenous ship named as Indian Coast Guard ship Sarthak, which was recently commissioned, is said to be based at which state? So it is to be at Gujarat. In which state Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited has successfully commissioned India's largest floating solar PV plant? Answer is Andhra Pradesh. Okay. Now one more important thing. 22nd President Standard Award was recently presented to the 22nd Missile Vessel of Indian Navy. Okay. Next question. Which city is the host of the Global Ayush Investment and Innovation Summit 2022? So Global Ayush Investment and the Innovation Summit 2022 was organized by the Ayush Ministry to seek investment into the sector and to develop India as a hub for the traditional medicine practice. Okay. So it is organized in the city of Gandhinagar in the state of Gujarat. So Ayurveda, Yoga, Naturopathy, Unani, Siddha and Homeopathy, all of this together made Ayush Ministry, and recently it has received letter of intent from 28 companies amounting to 6,000 crore rupees. So this will help to create over 5.5 lakh jobs across the country. Okay. Now let's see some of the important host and conference. Which state launched its space tech framework and hosted the launch event on Metaverse? This state is Telangana. Which city is the host of Smart Cities Smart Urbanization Conference? This city is Surat. Also talking about Surat, here India's first ever steel waste road is to be built very soon. Which country is the host of the 2022 edition of the Invictus game? So the host for this game is the Netherlands for the year 2022. Actually, it was started in 2014 and the then host was London. Also, the 2023 edition would be hosted by Germany. Which country is the host of International Water Week Water Convention 2022? Answer is Singapore. And when do we observe World Water Day? It is observed on 22nd of March every year, and theme for 2022 was groundwater, making the invisible visible. Fine. Which Indian state is the host of the FIH Hockey Men's World Cup 2023? Answer is Odisha. Which country is the host of FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup in 2022? Our country, India. Which country is the host of the 2026 Commonwealth Games? This is Australia. Also recently, Australia has won the ICC Women's World Cup by defeating the country England. Okay. Not only this, also do remember that COP28 summit would be hosted in 2023 by the country UAE. Then Khelo India University Games is to be hosted by Bengaluru, and this is the second edition of this event. Then Convention on Biological Diversity 2022 host is Geneva, Switzerland. Okay. Next question. India's first pure green hydrogen plant has been commissioned in which state? So the Oil India Limited commissioned India's first 99.999% pure green hydrogen plant in the state of Assam. And OIL, which is the second largest national production and exploration firm, commissioned this green hydrogen plant at its Jorhat pump station. And the plant has an installed capacity of producing 10 kgs of hydrogen each day. And also it is India's first plant to use the anion exchange membrane. Okay. Now let's see some of the different questions. Which country conducted the first open air trial of genetically modified mosquitoes? This country is USA. India unveiled the first ever navigation chart with which country? So recently India has unveiled this navigation chart with Maldives. And for the purpose of hydrographic survey, INS Sutlej from India has been deployed to Maldives. Which city is the venue of the first ever Incredible India International Cruise Conference 2022? This is Mumbai. Which city inaugurated the country's first ever digital bus service? So Mumbai's first completely digital bus was recently inaugurated on the Gateway of India Churchgate route. And this is claimed to be the first ever 100% digital bus service in the country that aims at increasing the digitization of the bus ticketing system. Okay. And also bus has a unique tap in tap out feature wherein passengers can tap in using their smart card or using the Chalo application installed on their smartphones. Okay. Which is the first country to announce a ban on missile test against the space satellite? So recently USA has banned it due to the space debris that is occurring these days. India's first portable solar rooftop system was inaugurated at which city? So it has been inaugurated at Washington, DC. Who is the first officer from the Corps of Engineers to become Chief of Army Staff of India? This is Lieutenant General Manoj Pandey. And he has replaced General M.M. Narwani. Okay. Also to remember that government has appointed Vice Admiral retired G. Ashok Kumar as the nation's first ever National Maritime Security Coordinator. Why? To strengthen the country's maritime security. Right? Next question. After Bhutan and Singapore, National Payments Corporation of India has expanded to which country to offer the UPI based payments? So the international arm of NPCI named as NIPL means NPCI International Payments Limited has entered the UAE market by partnerizing with NeoPay, which is the payment subsidiary of Mashreq Bank. So Bheem UPI service has been made live on NeoPay terminal. So this partnership will now offer unified payment interface based payment for the Indians who are traveling to these regions. So this is the NPCI's third such international expansion after Bhutan and Singapore. Okay. Now let's see some of the important questions regarding NPCI. What is the name of the on-device wallet designed by the National Payments Corporation of India for functionality for UPI users for the small value transactions? The name of such wallet is UPI Lite. Also do remember that upper limit for this is 200 rupees. Which software firm has partnered with NSDL Payments Bank and NPCI to launch the Voice Say UPI payment service for feature phone user? This is the firm Tone Tag. Which payment bank has been approved as an official acquiring partner for e-rupee vouchers? This is very famous Paytm Payments Bank. Which country was the first to implement India's UPI platform recently? This country is Nepal. And also UPI was established by NPCI in India in the year 2016. NPCI and UPI ecosystem will observe, here it should be has observed, February dash as UPI Safety and Awareness Week and the whole month of February as UPI Safety and Awareness Months. So 1st to 7th of February was observed as UPI Safety and Awareness Week and February month was declared as UPI Safety and Awareness Month. Who collaborated with the NPCI to launch UPI Auto Pay? This is the Reliance Jio. Which bank recently became India's largest and the fastest growing UPI beneficiary bank? It is the Airtel Payments Bank. Okay. Next question. SARS campaign, which was seen in the news recently, is associated with which disease? First of all, what does SARS stands for? It is Social Awareness and Action to Neutralize Pneumonia Successfully. Listen once again. Social Awareness and Action to Neutralize the Pneumonia Successfully. Okay. So this was launched by Union Health Ministry to ensure greater awareness and early detection of pneumonia in the children. So recently what happened is Karnataka Health and Medical Education Ministry launched this SARS campaign in the state to ensure early detection of pneumonia in the children who are under 5. So it aims to reduce the pneumonia mortality to less than 3 per 1000 live birth. Actually, pneumonia is a lung infection that is caused by bacteria, virus or fungus. Okay. Now let's see some of the important campaigns that were in news. The Unbox Me campaign, which was launched recently, is associated with which day? It is related to International Transgender Day of Visibility. And this day is observed on 31st of March. Actually, this day talks about rights of the transgender children. And this campaign basically urged the parents to identify the gender of their children at an early stage. Second question, Sujlam 2.0 campaign was started to improve the administration of what? So it is related to the grey water management. And obviously it is to be initiated by Ministry of Jal Shakti. What is grey water? Actually it is a kind of domestic waste water that is generated in homes, offices or buildings. Which government department recently launched the Donate a Pension campaign? This is the initiative of Ministry of Labour and Employment. Mission Indradhanush campaign in India is associated with what? It is related to the vaccination of children. Now do remember that Odisha state has the highest vaccination coverage all across India. Meri Policy Mere Haath campaign was launched under which flagship scheme? This is Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, and it was launched in Hassan in the state of Karnataka. Actually, this campaign empowers the farmers by availing them of various type of crop insurance schemes, and they bring the policy to their doorsteps as well. Okay. Campaign for the urban farming is an initiative of which state or union territory? This is an initiative of New Delhi, and aim is to reduce the consumption of excessive chemical products so as to improve the health style of people. Okay. Next question. India celebrates the Civil Services Day to commemorate the address of which leader to the administrative services officers? Actually, every year on 21st of April, the Government of India celebrates Civil Services Day to commemorate the day in 1947 when Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, who was the first Home Minister of Independent India, addressed the probationers of administrative services officers in Delhi. Okay. So in his famous speech, he referred to the public workers as the steel frame of India, and the first such celebration took place in the year 2006. So Prime Minister's Award for Excellence in Public Administration is awarded during the occasion annually. Okay. So correct answer would be Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Fine. Now let's see some of the important days and themes. When is the World Creativity and Innovation Day celebrated every year? It is observed on April 21, and theme for this year was collaboration. What is the theme of the 2022 United Nations Chinese Language Day? It is observed on 20th of April, and the theme for this year is China Chick. When is the World Liver Day observed every year? It is observed on 19th of April. When is the World Hemophilia Day observed across the world? It is a type of disease, and to raise awareness, we observe this day on 17th of April. What is the theme of the National Fire Service Day 2022? This day is observed on 14th of April, and theme for this year is Learn Fire Safety, Increase Productivity. Which state has announced to celebrate the birth anniversary of Siddha Ling Swami as Integration Day? This state is Karnataka. When is the World Art Day observed every year? It is observed on 15th of April. Okay. Next question. Arjun Halakurki, Sunil Kumar and Neeraj, who were seen in the news recently, are associated with which sport? Actually, in the Asian Championships, which was being held in Ulaanbaatar, which is actually the capital city of Mongolia, Greco-Roman wrestlers Arjun Halakurki, Sunil Kumar and Neeraj won the bronze medals. And 5 more Greco categories, freestyle and women's wrestling, are yet to follow in this competition. So this category is seen as a weak link in Indian wrestling, as no Greco-Roman wrestler qualified for Tokyo. Okay. So correct answer would be they are related to wrestling. Now let's see some of the different personalities that were in news in the field of sport. Ankita Raina, Rutuja Bhosle, Riya Bhatia and Sojan Bavisetti are associated with which sport? They are actually related to tennis. And why they are in news? Because recently they have secured the 3rd rank at Billie Jean King Cup 2022. Sajan Prakash and Vedant Madhavan, who were seen in the news recently, are associated with which sport? They are related to swimming, and recently they have won the silver medal in the men's 1500 meters freestyle event at Danish Open swimming meet that was held in Copenhagen in Denmark. Who has won the BBC Indian Sports Woman of the Year award in 2022? This is Mirabai Chanu. Which Indian cricketer has been presented the prestigious Sports Icon Award? Answer is Suresh Raina. Which state government recently unveiled the Sports Policy 2022-27 to set up High Performance Center? This state is Gujarat. Khel Mahakumbh is a sports event held in which Indian state? Again answer is Gujarat. Sakibul Ghani, who was seen in the news recently, is associated with which sport? He is actually a cricketer, and from which state he belonged to? Answer is Bihar. Why he was in news? Because he is the first cricketer ever to score triple century on his first class debut. Okay. Next question. Who has been appointed as the Principal Scientific Advisor to the Indian government in 2022? So veteran physicist Mr. Ajay Kumar Sood has been appointed as the Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India. And as per the Personnel Ministry Order, Sood, who is the member of Science, Technology and Innovation Advisory Council to the Prime Minister, has been appointed to this post for a period of 3 years. And he will succeed the incumbent PSA and renowned biologist K. Vijay Raghavan. Now let's see some of the important appointments. Patrick Achi has been reappointed as Prime Minister of which country? So recently he has been reappointed as the Prime Minister of Ivory Coast. Which cricketer has been appointed as the brand ambassador for Karnataka Brain Health Initiative? This is the cricketer Rohit Robin Uthappa, who has been appointed as the new UPSC chairman. So now onwards, our new UPSC chairman is Mr. Manoj Soni, who has been appointed as the coordinator for the G20 summit, which is to be hosted by India in 2023. This is Harshvardhan Shringla, who has been appointed as the new Foreign Secretary of India. So now our new Foreign Secretary is Mr. Vinay Mohan Quatra. This question is extremely important. I would like to give it 3-star rating. Which Indian has been appointed to the United Nations High-Level Expert Group on Net Zero Emissions Commitment of Non-State Entities? This is Arunabha Ghosh. Okay. Next question. Which country tested the Intercontinental Ballistic Missile Sarmat? So Russia has recently tested its new Intercontinental Ballistic Missile called Sarmat, and this Sarmat is claimed to be able to carry 10 or more warheads and decoys. So it has the capability of firing over either of the Earth's poles with a range of 11,000 to 18,000 kilometers. And Sarmat has been named after nomadic tribes who were in the present day southern Russia, Ukraine and Kazakhstan. Fine. Now let's see some of the important missile and satellites that were in use. Which country flight tested the ballistic missile Shaheen-3? This is the missile of Pakistan. Which organization flight tested the solid fuel ducted ramjet booster? Answer is Defense Research and Development Organization. Which organization recently flight tested the medium range surface to air missile? This is again DRDO. Which country has successfully tested an autism early screening tool for the children? Answer is Australia. You can remember this thing as autism, similar spelling with Australia. Which country has recently tested reconnaissance satellite system? This is North Korea. Which country successfully tested a new naval air defense system called Sea-Dome? It is Israel. Which country successfully flight tested standoff anti-tank, that is SANT missile? This is again India. Now do remember that North Korea has recently test fired one of the railway borne missile, right? And Nuri belonged to the country South Korea. Next question. How many Indians featured in the 2022 edition of Wisden 5 Cricketers of the Year list? So India's captain Rohit Sharma and ace player Jasprit Bumrah have been honored by Wisden as 2 of the 5 Cricketers of the Year. So they were named along with the New Zealand opener Devon Conway, England pacer Ollie Robinson and South Africa women captain Dane van Niekerk. Okay. Do remember that England skipper Joe Root was named as leading cricketer in the world in the 2022 edition of Wisden Cricketers Almanac. So correct answer is 2. And names are also important, Rohit Sharma and Jasprit Bumrah. Let's see some of the important cricket related current affairs. Who is the first Indian cricketer to hit the 10,000 runs in T20 cricket for men? This is Rohit Sharma. Which Indian cricketer recently became the highest wicket taker in the history of the Women's World Cup? Very famous, Jhulan Goswami. Who was the first Indian women cricketer to appear at 6 ICC Women's Cricket World Cup? Answer is Mithali Raj. Which is the venue of the 2022 ICC Women's Cricket World Cup? This is New Zealand. Which is the first cricket team to play 1000 ODI matches? It is India. Daryl Mitchell, who was named as the ICC Spirit of the Cricket Award 2021, is from which country? Here question is incomplete. So he belonged to the country New Zealand. Who is the only second player to win ICC Women's Cricketer of the Year award? This is Smriti Mandhana. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions. And at the end of the lecture, do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sana signing off.